Hey, Beach Hunter here. I'm going to do a quick 10-month update on my sugar cane that's growing in the self-watering container. So you can see behind me how tall it is, and I'll just give you a good look here. So here it is in the container. Plenty of canes here, and actually I've already harvested one of the really thin ones. So up we go, and it goes over the roof. You see there's the roof of the house right there. You can see the cane goes, I would say the top of the leaves are probably 6 feet above the roof of the house, and the canes are the tallest cane is probably, let's see if I can get a view here. That cane right there is the tallest one, and I'm gonna say that if I were to harvest it right now, I would get about 7 or 8 feet of usable cane out of that. So it's a pretty big cane. And let me get over here just so you can see how big some of them are. I have pretty small hands, but these are good sized canes. It does require water every day. Even though I do have the roots partially shaded, it's right next to a viburnum hedge here, and under a papaya tree, and a lime tree right here, which shades the roots in the afternoon, and also a plumeria tree behind it. So it does get sun all day long, but the roots themselves are pretty much in the shade. If they weren't, I'd probably have to water it twice a day. We've had a lot of rain this summer, so I think that's been really helpful in growing the canes up. But what I wanted to show you here is, let's see, this cane's about 10 months old. I'm going to show you some of the buds on the cane. You can see right here, that would grow. If I were to cut this right now and plant that would grow really fast. And the larger canes have the better developed buds. But I have rooted some of this cane, and I'm going to show you. I'll show you how I did that. Right, here's somewhat smaller buds, but these are perfectly good. There's one there. So I'm going to show you how I've rooted some. So this is my rooting box here on my front porch, and as you can see, it's just like a $6 or $8 storage container from Home Depot, and I just cut the top out of it and covered it with plastic so it would keep the moisture in and let some light in. But what I want to show you is I'm using this to root various things. Okay. I've got some viburnum and some crepe myrtle and some hibiscus and things like that. But I also buried some sugar cane in here, and I hope you can see this. The roots that are coming out of this cane right here, all these little filaments. Okay, these are roots coming out from a cane that I have under the ground here. Okay, and I'll show you over here, and this may be even harder to see, but right here, this is an actual cane. It's one of the buds that has swollen up and started to grow. And these are only about a week old. They've only been in the ground about a week. And I have some others here that I put some sand in these little bags, little fabric bags that I made, and I'm trying to root the cane in there to make it easier to transplant. So basically all I did was put sand in here and wet it good. Okay, there's no fertilizer or anything. I did use some rooting hormone, which I'll show you here. Basically I just picked this up also at Home Depot. I think it's about $5. Bond Tone rooting powder. You know, I just used my finger and rubbed some of it on the sugar cane around where the roots would come from. Alright, and the same thing for these other plants. But I want to show you the sand that I use. I'm sure people will ask questions. So here it is, Secrete Multi-Purpose Sand. You know, there's no cement in it or anything like that. You have to make sure you're not getting sand that has cement. It's just pure sand. And that's it.